Good evening, baseball fans, and welcome back to the channel. We're here to talk about a baseball game that promised fireworks. A heated World Series rematch between two titans of the sport. And what it delivered was, well, it delivered something else entirely. It delivered a game so utterly lopsided, so incredibly dominant, that one of its biggest stars felt perfectly comfortable taking a nap in the dugout. Yes, you heard that right. We're talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers' absolute 18-2 dismantling of the New York Yankees on Saturday. And the now viral image of Shohei Ohtani catching some Z's mid-game. The rematch that wasn't. This series was billed as an exciting 2024 World Series rematch. A clash of two powerhouse franchises with massive payrolls and even bigger expectations. But Saturday's game quickly got, shall we say, a little less exciting. The Los Angeles Dodgers didn't just defeat the New York Yankees, they humiliated them. Taking the second game of the three-game series in a truly staggering 18-2 fashion. The Yankees, a team known for its pride and historic success, were simply overwhelmed. They went through a staggering 8 different pitchers trying to stop the bleeding. A clear sign of the damage being inflicted. The only saving grace, the only real highlight for the Bronx Bombers, was provided by their captain, Aaron Judge, who single-handedly kept New York from being shut out with 2 solo home runs. But even his monumental efforts felt like mere pity points in the face of such a rout. The offensive onslaught begins. Los Angeles wasted absolutely no time. They made it clear from the first pitch that they meant business. They scored 4 runs in the very first inning, cycling through their entire batting order and sending a clear message that this wasn't going to be a typical nail-biter between two elite teams. The Dodgers simply kept piling it on. In the second inning, the power continued. Max Muncy stepped to the plate and absolutely smashed a 3-run home run, a momentous shot that not only added to the Dodgers' burgeoning lead but also marked his 200th career home run. That blast put LA up 7-0 and effectively ended the night for Yankees pitcher Will Warren, who was simply overwhelmed. Even with Brent Hedrick coming in to replace Warren, the hurt didn't stop for the Yankees. An RBI double from Tommy Edman and a 2-run bomb from Hye-Sung Kim piled on the misery, bringing the Dodgers' lead to an astonishing 10-0 before the third inning was even complete. This was not a slow build, this was an explosion. Judge's solo fight and Ohtani's catnap. Aaron Judge did manage to put New York on the scoreboard in the fourth inning with his first solo homer of the night. But it was just a temporary reprieve. The Dodgers kept going in the fifth inning, with Freddie Freeman hitting a clean double down the right field line to send Kim home for yet another run. 2 batters later, Max Muncy went yard again. He hit another 3-run homer, sending Freeman and Shohei Ohtani home. This put the Dodgers up by an absurd amount. And it was at this point, with LA's lead swelling to a ridiculous 13-run margin only halfway through the game, that something truly remarkable happened. Shohei Ohtani, the designated hitter, the electrifying star, the global icon who had already scored earlier in the game, felt comfortable enough to literally fall asleep in the dugout in the 6th inning. The cameras caught him appearing to be in a full-on cat nap. It was a visual that immediately went viral and perfectly encapsulated the lopsided nature of the contest. Now, to be fair, sleep is notably important to Ohtani. He has told reporters in the past that he likes to get 10 hours per night, plus a 2-hour nap. And he also has a young baby at home, after he and his wife welcomed their first child in April. So, perhaps he was genuinely exhausted. But Yankees fans, or anyone witnessing the absurdity, might lean towards the more poetic explanation. The brutal 13-run lead that the Dodgers had built up only halfway through the game was just too comfortable to stay awake for. It's the ultimate sign of disrespect, delivered unintentionally. The mercy rule plea. Even after Ohtani's cat nap, the Dodgers weren't finished tormenting the Yankees. Outfielder Andy Pages hit a solo homer in the 7th inning, stretching LA's lead to an incredible 15-1. At this point, many New York fans were surely wishing that MLB had some sort of mercy rule to end the suffering. Though the rest of New York's offense continued to falter, Aaron Judge, to his credit, continued to do his best. He hit another solo homer in the 8th inning, truly for some pity points, bringing his total to 2 on the night. But LA was not even close to done. Pinch hitter Dalton Rushing, filling in for the sleepy Ohtani, hit another towering shot, a 3-run bomb of his own, to bring the final score to an unbelievable 18-2. With the win very well in hand, most of the seats behind home plate had cleared out long before the final out. Looking ahead, a pivotal Sunday. The Yankees will have one more chance to salvage some pride and offset this humiliating outing with the third and final game of the series on Sunday. After that, the next time these two storied franchises would play each other would be in the World Series. However, after a performance like Saturday's, if the Yankees keep playing like this, that possibility seems incredibly unlikely. This was a statement win for the Dodgers, showcasing their relentless offense and deep roster. For the Yankees, it's a game they'll want to forget. A humiliating blip on the radar that exposes potential bullpen issues and a lack of depth when their stars aren't producing. The image of Shohei Ohtani napping in the dugout will forever be etched in the minds of those who witnessed this remarkable and remarkably one-sided baseball game. What are your thoughts on this incredible game? Did you catch Ohtani's nap? And what does this mean for the Yankees going forward? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more in-depth #MLB #baseball news and analysis. What was supposed to be an exciting 2024 World Series rematch turned into an absolute rout on Saturday. The Los Angeles Dodgers delivered a humiliating 18-2 beatdown to the New York Yankees, taking the second game of their 3-game series in spectacular fashion. The Yankees went through a staggering 8 pitchers, and only Aaron Judge's 2 solo home runs prevented New York from being completely shut out. The Dodgers' offense was relentless from the start. They wasted no time, scoring 4 runs in the very first inning, batting around their entire lineup. The piling on continued in the second inning when Max Muncy smashed a 3-run homer, his 200th career home run, giving LA a commanding 7-0 lead and ending Yankees pitcher Will Warren's night early. Even with Brent Hedrick coming in for relief, the Dodgers' assault didn't stop. An RBI double from Tommy Edman and a 2-run bomb from Hye-Sung Kim pushed the lead to a stunning 10-0. Judge managed to get the Yankees on the board with a solo homer in the 4th. But the Dodgers were far from done. Freddie Freeman hit a double in the 5th, scoring Kim, and then Muncy blasted another 3-run homer, bringing Freeman and Shohei Ohtani home. With the Dodgers' lead growing to massive proportions, designated hitter Shohei Ohtani actually appeared to fall asleep in the dugout during the 6th inning. For what it's worth, sleep is incredibly important to Ohtani, who has previously stated he aims for 10 hours of sleep per night, plus a 2-hour nap. He also recently welcomed his first child in April. So, while Yankees fans might attribute it to the brutal score, Ohtani clearly prioritized his rest. Even after Ohtani's quick cat nap, the Dodgers kept pouring it on. Outfielder Andy Pages hit a solo homer in the 7th, extending LA's lead to 15-1. Judge hit another solo homer in the 8th for the Yankees. But the Dodgers weren't close to being finished. Pinch hitter Dalton Rushing, filling in for the well-rested Ohtani, hit a 3-run bomb of his own, pushing the score to 18-2. With the win securely in hand, most of the seats behind home plate had already cleared out. The Yankees will have one last chance to salvage some pride in the final game of the series on Sunday. After that, the next potential meeting between these two iconic franchises would be in the World Series, though if Saturday's performance is any indication, that seems like a very distant possibility for New York.